Oh, yes. Right. Fantastic. Rock and roll. Let's rock. Okay. Right. What are we going to do today? Oh, yes. Okay. So, our plan is we are going to make a save and load system, which is going to be a little bit of a pain, I won't lie. But off stream, I've done some of the work for our save and load system. So I've actually done a lot of the really, really properly painful bits. Now we've only got some painful bits left, and then we made a save and load system. And then I want to do something really, really fun, because I've done all the sprites for it, and like it's hopefully it will be like a lot of fun because I've done this quite cool animation, which it'll all make sense once we finally. But we need to have made the save and load system for this to work. Right, so I'll explain what I've done off stream so that anyone watching will know that it's like we'll kind of get a sort of vague idea as to what's happening. Now, I'm going to lay my cards on the table here. When it comes to saving a game, I watched a tutorial quite literally maybe 6 or 7 years ago as to how to make a save and load system. And then I kind of, I'm trying to work out, there's an expression where, I don't know actually what the exact expression is, where you learn something, but it's more like you learn it, like, for example, how you learn the times table, right? When you're younger, you don't actually think, like 6 times 7, you don't think, well, what's 6 times 7? And then you try and calculate it. It's almost as though, like, you just sort of follow it without actually worrying too much. I mean, it's 42, but like the point which I'm making is there's this bit of code here, right, that if I'm 100% honest, I don't fully understand what's going on here. But like, kind of, it's more, I just kind of accept that it does work, which I'm not like super happy to admit this. So the actual important bit of information is we're creating something called a binary formatter. Do we have any idea what that is? No. And now we're creating a file stream. Again, no idea, right? These two bits don't make an awful lot of sense. But I've made a sort of decision that it's just like generally, because that's one thing that obviously kind of burns. I always think, well, what's actually going on here? But to my vague understanding, right, actually, what is this? What's the point of this file? It probably means something. It probably does something really good, and it's to do with saving and loading. We also need to make sure that we have all of these particular things at the start. So I believe what this is doing is we're creating it says persistent data path. This is essentially finding a folder in your PC, but it's applicable to all other like formats like Mac, iPhone, Android, like not just PC. It finds a particular place where we're going to save the data that we're going to call Rumpletown data. Now, like I say, I apologise because normally I'm like, I know exactly what's going on here, but I kind of accept that we've got this binary formatter, we create it, then we create a path, and then we create actually a sort of essentially an empty Rumpletown data, and then we're creating a data class. Now this bit's actually quite easy. Like, I have literally just made at the bottom here a data class. We need to make it serializable. Again, I'm still kind of slightly hazy on what serializable means, but this is all the basic data that we're looking to save. And so when we're saving, we're creating a data, like we're just creating an iteration of this data class, and then essentially we're just copying all of the relevant information to this data, and then we're doing this bit here, right, which is essentially what we use to save all the data. But I would love to be like go into more depth, but unfortunately it's just a little bit complicated. Anyway, right, so that's what I've done off stream. Now that we've actually got this sort of complicated, difficult bit out of the way, I'll explain roughly what's going on here. So, and let's actually tidy this up a little bit. And I'll explain another problem that we've come across. That I've come across in multiple games. This is the, like, when using this save system, there is a slight problem that we come across, and that is, right, that what I would have wanted to have done is we have what's called a Big Daddy map class, right, which is which holds a bunch of stuff, right, and all of these hold a bunch of other stuff, right. And it would be nice to just be like, can we just save that? But unfortunately, it doesn't quite work that way. What actually happens is we actually can only really save basic variables like integers, floats, booleans, strings, blah 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 blah. Right? We can't actually save entire classes, so we have to break up all the bits of everything into every single class that we're looking to save into its own separate, like, floats, strings, and everything. So then we can sort of save it on the data. Sorry, that was so I was like, that's the thing. I even had the nerve to, in this data class, just be like, can we just have a public data? Can that just work? No, we're going to get a bunch of error messages. Don't worry, I've done quite a lot of the hard graft, finding out that this line of code here cannot happen. All right, we've just got to live with it. Okay, so I'll tell you the next. So this is another interesting thing when it comes to specifically enums, right? So enums, let's go to this definition, like construct type. These are all the different constructs. It looks like we can save this because essentially this is just an integer that we're looking to save, but I haven't been able to fully test it. So I thought I would just let you know, we may as well keep this up here and open, right? However, right, if you think the reason that we're looking to save the game is for if you are like midway through a game and then you need to leave and then come back. So all the things that we need to save your current life, your max life, the number of mana coins, which probably isn't that relevant because it's always going to be 5. We need to save what constructs you have and the key and all of this, your gold coins. But this is where it gets another little bit interesting. We also need to save the cards. So unfortunately this runs into the same problem as to when I was, oh wow, Kev, rock and roll, how's it going? Fantastic. I know, I feel like you're going to be silently judging me on how I have no idea how the save and load system actually works, and I just sort of type a few things and it works. But yeah, it's good to hear from you, man. So we're going to run into a similar problem when it comes to this scriptable objects. Because if we try to save the scriptable object, we're going to run into the same problem of just trying to save another class. So I've got multiple different ways of doing that. It's just going to be a little bit of a pain. And you've probably noticed, to any of the keen observers here, we have got we've got opening array and closing, then opening and closing. Right, this is something which I learned years ago, and it's very rarely used, but this is called a jagged array. Now, a jagged array basically means you can save, it's an array of arrays, but all of the arrays can be of different sizes. So I could hold 3 potentials in one lot, 2 potentials in another. Thank you. It's a kind of work in process. I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm quite close to becoming an affiliate. Not that close, but close-ish. So I think if I do, the next few streams, that might be the case. Which is quite exciting. What does affiliate mean? I haven't really worked out. I feel it's kind of like one rung above, yeah, but that's okay. It's all good. Right. Okay. So. We are looking to save. So anyway, when off stream, I got as far as being able to save everything except for the cards and the monsters, the potential monsters that we're fighting. So I do have a way around it. I believe. what we need to do is instead, so we're going to rename this to potential monster strings, okay, and we're going to change this whole variable to a string. So like now, all we're actually doing is saving a string, and then we can you have a jagged array of different data types? Ah, that's a very good question. No, you can't, I don't think. So a jagged array would hold, yeah, it is hard to explain, but let's just say with these potentials, I think there's always going to be 28 groups of potentials, but each of those groups can have anywhere between 1 and 4 potentials held in them. But whereas if I were to just do one of these, one of these sort of arrays, then each lot would have to be, each like group would have to be of a fixed size. That's the advantage of jagged arrays. Like there's kind of other things, you know, it's also, you can't have lists in here. You can see here where I was trying to do a list and I couldn't. So it's like, but no, unfortunately jagged arrays only hold one particular type of variable. Which is, yeah, right. So we've got this string here. So we're going to get a bunch of error messages, and I would rather just kind of go like head on and just fight the error messages. Let's see. It's only one. Okay, I thought it's going to be more than that, but that's fine. That is no problem. Let's just go find out where it is, and all of that makes good sense. Okay, so at this point here, we are creating, before I was trying to do scriptable objects, but we can't. We're just going to save the string and then turn it into a scriptable object later. So let's just change that to string. And then I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, of course, because I greened all of this out, but we can use a lot of this. So yeah, I was tearing my hair out the other day, yesterday, trying to get this all sorted. But now, oh, hold on. We actually need to change all of this as well, if that's okay. I'll just Control-C, Control-V. So all we actually, this looks bad. I won't lie, it looks bad. That needs to be a string. We're just getting rid of all the green bits. So what we're doing here, this is where we're just saying like there's going to be 28 groups in total, and at this point here we're saying this is the size of a particular group that we're making. So now at this point here we're cycling through each one, and we're essentially just looking to save the potential monsters. Now we've got a red squiggly thing here because this is just referring to these scriptable objects itself, but if we just have monster name, that actually works. So now all we're doing is just saving the name, and then we're gonna worry about the other way later. Don't worry, that's fine. Everything's fine. Right. So now it's a matter of this. This is going to be a little bit tricky. I thought I'd do the easy one, and now we're going to do the slightly more difficult one. Because the reason that saving and loading is so difficult is purely because it's a different process to turn a class into just flat variables, and than it is to get all the variables back into actually being a class. And it's just a little bit time consuming, but it should be fun. It'll be fun. Right. Okay. So, let's go. Let's go close all but this. And what we're looking to do is, cool, and there's no, those yellow error messages, you're just allowed to ignore them, it's fine, it's no problem. Right, if we go into our main game, like this is my method of finding scripts. So I tell you the script that we need, it's the card. It's not actually the card action script, it's the card master script. This one here. I didn't need to change scenes there. It's the card master script. Okay, so what are we looking to do with this? What we need to do is let me just find all these references. So okay. Right. Oh, this might be a little bit more difficult than I thought. Oh no. Ah, it's not. Everything's fine. We're all good. So, what? Oh, yes, of course. Brilliant. Fantastic. Sorry. It's a potential problem that I was going to worry about, but now I've realised it's all sorted. So, yes. Okay. Relax, everyone. Everything's fine. Okay. So, first of all, let me ungreen this. And let's get rid of this. Yeah, like I said, there's going to be a few things that might go wrong, but we're going to kind of like, we'll create the problems so that we can then fix it. So what I've got here, card SOs, we can't use that, so we're going to have, we're going to change that to a string, and current deck, I think maybe current card strings is probably better. I shouldn't have done that, hold on. We need to actually rename this. If we do rename, then all of the uses of the variable will change, which will make life a bit easier. So, current card strings. Okay. Right. So, and we will also need, because each card can be of a different level, we're going to have another public int array, which will be current card level int. Like I say, you might have to put up with me for a little while, but then I think we'll start getting like a little bit more exciting, because I've got such a good system that I'm really excited to put in, but it's just going to take a little bit of time. So what's happening here is we just need to change this to a string, and we also want data dot current card level ints equals new int. Yes, okay, that's fine, that's okay. I'm like, because I've got a new system here, I've always got this kind of like this worry that the machines are taking over, because sometimes it comes up with such good suggestions as to what I want to do that it's like, how would you know that? But it's okay, it's all right. I think the slogan of PC World is, of course, computers are great, but at PC World, humans rule. Right? It's like I remember that advert, thinking, where were you going with that? Right. So card name, and so what am I doing here? Oh, boom! Let's just go. Right, that's exactly what I wanted to do. So what we've done, we have, instead of actually saving the physical scriptable object itself, we're saving something else. We're saving just the name and the level. And we will run into one slight problem, but we're going to cross that bridge a bit later. I'll explain what the problem is a bit later. Because I'm looking to kind of fix quite a few things in one go. In fact, I may as well explain what the problem is. There is a particular card that's called Keen Archer, which the idea is when you're playing it, you use it, and then it makes it stronger for the next battle that you use it. So there's a whole extra variable that we will need to save. And I haven't got at the moment we haven't addressed that at all. So let's just say you've built it up and it's a really strong card after, say, 5 battles, and then you leave the game. When you come back, it will have reset back to the beginning. So that's something that hopefully we might even be able to sort today, but I'm going to leave it for the time being. So we are looking pretty good. So now this is just saving the physical string and the card level. And like I say, later we'll deal with Keen Archer. It is weird because specifically Keen Archer has caused me so much grief, but it's such a good idea for a card that I just have to keep it in. Anyway, so this is the saving. Now what I kind of want to do is just save. So what I've done as well, this is, let's say I'm going to Control MO to close everything. I've got an update here where I've just got save, load, and save, load, and reset. So we are going to we're going to just physically save the game and see if we run into any error messages. I think that sounds like a good plan. Okay, so let's rock. So I've got it so that I just need to press S. In fact, let's go into the Destiny map. It shouldn't matter too much either way, but I'd rather give this a try in the Destiny map. Right. Okay, so we're playing. It's just taking a little while to load up. Okay, now I'm going to press S. Let's see if we get any error messages. Oh, no, we didn't. Fantastic. All right, let's go. Let's rock. Okay, no error messages. Right, brilliant. So, what we need to do now is essentially do the load. We need to do our load function. Yeah. Okay. I just need to have a quick look. That's the reset. And I think that's all that really needs to be done for the reset, because what you're doing with the reset is you're setting all of the values in the game to this, and then the save, then it's causing it to save, which will then do the more complicated version. So load game, right? So this should be okay, right? So I believe what we're actually looking to do is where we've got all these green bits here, we're looking to sort of keeping these separate. So it's just we need to turn these green bits into like the thing so that we can actually load it. So what we first of all have to do is have gis._Big Daddy Map class. Oh yeah, sorry, a very little thing. I've done GIS because I'm going to have to type that a lot. Instead of having to write gameinfoscript.instance, I thought if I just shorten that to GIS, that will just make life a lot easier, because I'm going to have to be coming back to this a lot. So that equals new Big Daddy Map class. Okay. And now we just need to fill in all the bits. So the first bit, nice and easy, gis dot underscore Big Daddy Map class dot progressInt equals data dot progressInt. Tab to accept. And let me actually do something now before I forget. We're going to have, where have we got the progressInt? The progressInt here, I'm going to add a whole new public int. We'll have it map chaos level. And I kind of need to, and we also need to go into the Big Daddy Map class, which we've got somewhere. Over here, right? Let's go to this definition. And at the moment, we've only got progressInt and then whatever this is, but we'll worry about that later. We're going to have public int. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I've forgotten what I just called it. What's the variable that I just called? It's map chaos level. This will be relevant. It's only because when you actually chaos level, yeah, the reason that I'm making a big deal of this is one of those problems that I would imagine would be a problem I would just kind of like forget about it, and I'd rather have this sorted now. So let's go quickly where we're saving as well. I want to go progress int. Progress int here. There we go. We're going to have data dot map chaos level equals gis dot underscore dot underscore big daddy map class dot map chaos level. Okay, I wanted to get that done now. Sorry, that's just purely because in theory, if we save all the data, then you leave the game, right, then you can actually suddenly change the difficulty and then load it, and then it will be inconsistent. So we're saving the chaos level to that particular game. Okay, right. So now that we have done that, we can now have gis dot underscore big daddy map class dot map chaos level equals. That's fantastic. Okay, now we got the fun part. So gis dot underscore big daddy map class dot individual plants and classes equals new list of oh, it's not a list, sorry. Equals, yeah, sorry, I thought it was a list, but it's not. It's actually array equals new individual map plant and class, and that will be data dot we just need to find out, let's just say turn ints. We just need to find out the length of this particular thing, which is fine. Data dot turn int dot length. Okay, right, brilliant, fantastic. Right, so we're getting there. Oh, look at that, look at that. Okay, sorry, I shouldn't get excited, but that's almost what I want here. That's, yeah, sorry, that was the grey, that was the autocorrect. Okay, alright, you equals, okay, right, so we can't, it's not quite as simple as that. We just need to now go into this individual plantain class and then just set each thing individually. So let's go to this definition. We want to get the turn in, we want to get all of these. So let's go make life even easier on ourselves. Keep this at the side here. So we know everything that we're looking to turn to. And I'm just going to drag it, give me a bit more space. Okay, so let's get rid of, oh no, Control Z, that's not what I wanted. This one here. Dot turn int equals oh, wait 1 second. Ah, okay. I've realised what I need to do. Forget all the other things. We actually need to have equals new individual plantain class. Okay, so we need to create these classes within the Big Daddy class. We actually need to physically create it. Now we just need to set all of these to the correct thing. So gis dot underscore Big Daddy map class dot underscore individual. Like I say, thanks for sticking with me. This is absolute, yeah, this is one of those difficult bits that dot turn that is just, yeah, I knew it was going to be difficult coming in, but I'm trying to make it as exciting as possible. Right, so the turn int equals data. Oh, nice. Okay, that's exactly what we wanted. So I shouldn't get excited every time it does autocorrect, but that yeah, but I still do. individual planting classes I dot plantain equals, yeah, okay. Big Daddy Map class dot readiness. So we're essentially creating a whole Big Daddy Map class and giving it all the variables and important stuff from our data. That's where we're working. What's what we're working with at the moment. Data dot readiness I. Now, this is where it gets a little bit complicated, so I'm going to leave a space here. Oh, bless me, apologies. Oh, yeah, I haven't been feeling 100% these last few days. Right, so we are looking dot potentials equals oh yeah, I've just got, this is where it does get a bit confusing. Oh, does this work? I think that might work actually. I don't know. Let me actually just try and work this out, because yes, I think this does work. So the reason this is a bit confusing is this is an array here, like it's where we get jagged arrays, where it gets a bit confusing. But with this is like an array, and we're assigning it to this array. I genuinely like it's hurting my brain to try and work out if this is actually if this is right. Okay. Maybe not. I think we need to do. Maybe that is right. Yeah, this is a bit confusing. I need to actually just work out exactly. So here. No, I think this is okay, but it's the next bit that's going to be a little bit difficult, because what we need to do is convert monsters, like strings, into the actual monster scriptable objects, which will be a little bit trickier. I kind of want to just be like, come back to that. Right, okay. Debug.log. Okay, with some exclamation marks. That's just as a reminder. This will be pretty tricky because, but we'll get there. We will get there. I would rather do a slightly easier bit and then come back to that, because I think this will be trickier but not too hard. So so let's go. These shouldn't be too hard. GIS dot underscore constructs actives equals data dot. Maybe that's actually fine. It's not quite fine, is it? Oh yes, okay. This is where it gets. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, so it's not quite as easy as I thought it would be. So what we need to do is, it's a little bit of a pain, but it's not too bad. The problem is these constructs active is actually a list, and it's a list intentionally because it's going to change size. So we're actually going to go equals new list of bools. All right, so we're creating the list, and then for... Oh, hold on. Was it just about to come up then? No, it wasn't. Ignore me. Okay. Right. For int I equals 0, I less than data dot underscore constructs active dot length gis dot underscore constructs active I equals. So yeah, this is where we're converting an array into a list. Oh, Lakia. Oh, nice. How's it rocking, man? Oh, awesome. Oh, wicked. Yeah, we're doing... I'm working on saving and loading, and we're just getting the difficult part of converting things that aren't like... Yeah, converting entire classes into its basic sort of like either strings, booleans, and stuff, and it's proving a little bit difficult, but I've done a bit of the groundwork already. And we're just going to kind of see where we go. So yeah, like what I'm doing here, the constructs active here is a list, whereas this is an array. So I've created the list, and then we're cycling through this array, and we're just... Oh no, but it's not quite that. It's actually constructs active dot add. Yeah, that's where it gets. Ah, fair enough. You got any exciting household chores? New list. There we are. Oh yeah, actually, that's a good point. Out of interest, like, don't worry, you can be completely honest. But did you get round to playing Boxitaire? Right. Data dot underscore key constructors dot length. Yes, it does always feel a bit of a pain. Dot underscore key construct ints. I suppose. Oh yeah, it's. I think the it's one of those where kind of like anyone that's sort of new to playing, when you actually see how high some of the scores are on the leaderboard, it's completely overwhelming. You're like, I'll never be able to get that. But then you actually realise there is actually a sort of exponential growth to it. Like, kind of, it's like, it's a really big deal when you hit, say, 1,000 points the first time, and then 10,000 points. It's like, kind of... and it's like if ever you get to like the chaos mode, that's when there's like the exponential growth is insane. It's like yeah. Oh, hold on. So to actually get to the leaderboard, you have to have played for a little while. I don't know. I think you need to get something like three or five like achievements or something, and then in the top right corner of the menu, you can kind of tap it to unlock get the achievements essentially, and then then the leaderboard sort of turns up. Actually, that's a good point. I intentionally made that so that it's not quite as overwhelming, so you don't quite get to see yourself where you are on the leaderboard. But like, yeah, I wanted to, yeah, it's quite sort of simplistic, but when it's one of those where you could accidentally, like, after you've played it for a while, you can kind of go to sleep and then you're just seeing all of the blocks. I don't know if anyone else has had that where you kind of, yeah, where, like, I mean, I know it's happened to me a few times. What's wrong with that? Why is that not working? Construct hints. Oh yeah. Dot add. I know that's not necessarily a positive sounding thing to say. Data dot key constructs I. Yeah. I think soon you'll unlock marathon mode, which is a bit more forgiving. Where it's like you can actually play for a little bit. Like it takes a bit longer for the speed to build up, so you can play for a while and kind of get into more of a sort of swing. So construct types equals new construct type. What we're also trying to work out, this is like new for me. We're trying to work out if you can save enums on this data class, because at the moment it's not giving me any error messages having these, because these are all enums. Yeah. So hopefully, yeah, I think I was going to put in more game modes, but you only get, I think, 3 in total. So it's classic, marathon, and chaos. And one thing which I probably should mention as well is there are the idea is you play for a bit and then you can watch adverts after the first game over, but you can only do it once per game. So so you can't just be like, well, I'm going to get the highest score ever because I'm just going to keep getting game overs. I wanted to limit it so that you can only get one, so that it still is like a competitive game. Right, GIS dot underscore stripes dot add construct types I. Okay. Right, this is where it gets a little bit complicated, but I don't think it's going to be too hard actually. So this is when we're loading, so we're getting all the decks sorted. GIS dot current deck equals new card SO. But by the way, yeah, thanks for giving it a shot though. And I don't know the tutorial. You probably you probably know this better than me. The concept of making a tutorial after you've made the game is an absolute pain. I don't know, like kind of with is it Wormhole Adventurer? Did you have the same problem in trying to make a tutorial, being like, how is this? Yeah, like so when I was putting the tutorial together for Boxer Tear, that was a real pain, real proper pain. Data dot current card strings dot length GIS dot, okay, this is going to be quite good. Okay, yeah, dot current deck dot add open brackets. Right, let's see if we can get this. Card master script dot instance dot get card SO. Right, so this is where we're converting the string and the card level into an actual card. So this will be data dot card strings I data dot card levelance I. Okay, I think that should work. That should essentially give you all the cards that we need. Right, we now need the fun part of getting. Yeah, right, okay. So I'm glad we've done this. I think this is like the intermediate. This bit here was easy. This is intermediate. This is the hard bit. This is where we've got to get we've got to essentially sort out all the monster potentials. Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, no, that's fair enough. Actually, I mean, like, kind of. I think the thing which I found hard was it was like I was trying to create a tutorial on top of a game, and like I'm having to just put a bunch of I think the best way of actually like, and it's probably what you did, is having almost a separate script for tutorials that you only activate on the tutorial, and it's checking for various different things to pass. But yeah, it was, yeah, like kind of, if ever, I'm not going to, but if ever I was to show you the code for my tutorial, it's the ugliest thing you'll ever see. It's going to, it's going to break hearts of every coder. They'll just be like, what were you doing? This is terrible. But it works. It's like just about works. Right, okay. Right, we're dancing around the subject here. Dot underscore Big Daddy Map class dot underscore individual Planten classes I dot potential monsters equals data dot potential monster strings dot oh no, hold on. Right, equals new monster SO okay. Alright, so we've now created a bunch of empty potential monster SOs. Okay, now we just need to work out how we're... Let's go find all these references and see where we can... how we're actually creating the monsters. Okay, this might be okay. Maybe it's just that. Okay. I think we can just copy this. Oh, this might be easy. Okay, we might have gotten away with it. We might have gotten away with it. Everything's fine. Okay. Yeah. Like, I think it's more. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've made this mistake again. It's just the concept of. Like, in a way, you should probably work on making the tutorial earlier. Especially, I mean, for a game like Boxitaire, where there's so much randomness that can occur, trying to get things that are like fixed in a certain way is quite a bit of a pain. Okay. Potential... Right, this is... Okay. Let me just Control V and put that in green so that I know it's there. So now, GIS dot underscore oh, actually it still doesn't work, does it? I think that needs to be I.length. Okay. And now, do we need to do... I think we now need to do a... Oh, let's go. Okay. Okay, so this was the new AI helping me out here. So that is, all of this is correct. Okay, so now we have to have GIS dot underscore Big Daddy Map class dot individual Planten classes I equals, now this thing here, but we're obviously going to change, Control C, Control V. Ooh. Oh, hold on. I dot potential monsters J. Gosh, this is difficult. And then here we're going to have this. Control C. Oh, right. Control V, and then that J. That needs to be D. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think like I know. I mean, using Slay the Spire as an example. When I got to play that on early access, I suppose actually no, this is probably a bad example because like I absolutely loved it. Like, and then when the game actually like came out, I suppose actually yeah, when the game properly like came out and everything, obviously they did add a bunch more things, but potentially a way to like, you know, when you choose the size of the galaxy, potentially on the demo version, you could just have it like the highest that you can have it is say 50 or something, or like, and like when you actually get the official version, you can have it much bigger. I'm just thinking if you're looking for an easy way to make it so that you don't, you know, because obviously people like are eventually going to want to do a like massive galaxy, and try and like clear the whole galaxy and stuff. But I'm just thinking of like ideas. Right, okay. I don't love this, but I think this might be right. Okay. So what we also need to do is... so I actually need to do... Let's go get rid of this now. We're going to have if... let me have a look. Yeah, so there's actually so we're kind of getting close-ish to it. I think this might work. It's going to be quite difficult to actually test to see if it works. But like the problem which I've got is I want to make sure that when you're loading, when you're saving and loading, what we should do here when we're saving is essentially yeah, and actually in fact all of this data here, including this, should actually only ever be saved if you're in a game. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I don't want the player to see all the asteroid types. Yes, yeah, I think that seems pretty reasonable actually. As long as it's easy to take it out without breaking the rest of the game. So what we should do realistically is have an else here. And this, even though this is a bit of a pain, we want to set all of these to null. So, oh, this is going to be a bit of a pain. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy and paste this and just turn. So the idea is, if you're actually mid-game, it's going to save all this relevant information. Otherwise, it's just going to save null. It's going to save nothing. So let's just go through each bit one by one. So data.progressInt equals 0. Map chaos level equals 0. We don't need to worry about that. Probably don't need to worry about that. Turnint equals null. I'm going to be using null quite a lot, so I'm going to copy and paste it. Control C, Control V. I think we don't need any of this at all. Let's get rid of that. Max mana coins equals... I'm going to put 5 just to be on the safe side. 100. Oh, fair enough. Enjoy your streams. Yeah, oh, cool, yeah. Yeah, good luck with that. Cleaning the bathroom. Oh. Just play music. Play music on in the background. It makes it better. Right, so we're turning all of these into nulls. And we don't need that. Let me go all of this and just have null. The reason I'm doing all of this is... Actually, I'll explain it in a little bit, because it's quite hard to explain why I'm doing this. Okay. Right, let's just tidy this up a little bit. Gold coins equals 0. So the idea is if ever your game is being saved and you're not in so for example, it's going to save the game after you've completed it, or indeed you've died, but you need to make sure that all of the data, your actual game data, has been erased. This is a roguelike. This is a roguelike, people. So it's going to be just like with any roguelikes, once you're dead, we're getting rid of any data from the game. Okay, so with that knowledge in mind, that's fine. And so upon loading, so this bit will always happen. We're always going to load that. And now, when it comes to the Big Daddy Map class, we if that's... Oh wow, okay, alright, it's kind of works out what I want here. Is not equal to null, then we're going to do all of that. Else, and even though it's already kind of null, we just want to make sure that this bit here is nulled. Oh, hold on. Actually, no. Yeah. So now we want to if there's actually a game that is like your mid game, then it will check to see if there is a game to say, and that's just one of the things that we can check. It's like any of the arrays. If they're null, then we know we're not in a game. I mean that we're not in a game. But if it isn't null, then it will start doing all of these things. Okay. Else, we just kind of want to reset everything, I guess. And what we can do, actually, I'm going to see if I can get away. Let me have a look. Control C. I'm going to copy this. And now we're going to use our good friend Alt here, where we're just going to go like this. And we will get some error messages. I'm expecting that. Dot. Oh yeah. Actually, oh yeah. So dot. Okay. Let's just make a bit of space here. Underscore Big Daddy Map class dot. Okay. Control C. Oh no, we don't need to worry about any of this. Sorry, I'm making this way more complicated than I need to. Yeah, this is. Oh, yes. Oh, wow. Oh, nice, everyone. Oh, cool. How's it all rocking? Yeah, let's go. Oh, yeah, so... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, actually, Code Red, I did look at the program, but then that program which makes it saving and loading a lot easier. But then I thought, you know what? I'm gonna sort of see if I can grin my teeth and try and get through like the actual old classic traditional way. And it is a bit of a pain, but we're going to see if we can nail this all in one session. So yeah, I can't tell you how much of a pain it is. The current deck equals null. Right, I think that's good. Right, I don't know what that's about. Oh, that, I think, just needed to go up here. Okay. Right. Are we ready to give this a try? Okay. Let's see if we've got any error messages. Right. Okay. Alright, hold on. I feel like it... Okay, right, no, there's no error messages. I just assumed there would be. Oh, wicked. Anyway, also, Grumbler Pugs, how's it all rocking? Ah, yeah. Right, nice. Okay, right, so we're trying to save and load system. So first of all, I just want to see if we can save and load without everything destroying itself. Okay, so I'm going to press save. All right, no error messages, brilliant. Right, now we're going to press load. Alright, also no error messages. Okay, now we want to test to see if it is actually saving. So if I press save now, alright, what we can have a look at, there's multiple things I can do, but we're going to have a look at the game info script. And now I'm just going to remove, say, these three. Okay, alright, now I'm going to press load to see if those three come back. No, no, they didn't. Right. Okay. Why is that not the case? Maybe I just need to check that I have actually. Right. Okay, that's okay. This will be detective work. We'll try and work out where we're going wrong. So. I was so excited. I was like, no error messages. Everything's fine. Right. Control MO. Right. Update. Okay. Load game. If that exists. Else, we're going to have a little debug here. Debug.log. Open brackets. Yeah. Reset. Reset boy. Okay. Okay. So we want to just see if we save and then load, if it does just reset, and if it does, why. Okay, so I'm keeping a key on here. Save, load. Okay, so it has loaded. But what should be happening is this deck should be updating. So if I was to, hold on, minus, save, and then load. Okay, right, because ideally this current deck should be updating. But let's, yeah, like I say, bit of detective work. It was going to be, I literally would have, I would have been incredibly happy had that just worked first time. But there's quite a lot of things that can go wrong. So let's go have a look. Let's try and work out what's happening. So we know that when we're loading, so load game, we press L, it should load game. I'm just going to have a debug here. Let's go. So it's not even going through there. Okay, because we would have got this YARG debug multiple times. So whatever this data.turnint, it's... Have I just not done the turnint? That would be really funny. So we know we have got it there. So what I kind of want to do is at the bottom of the save bit, we're just going to have debug.log, open brackets, data.turnint.length. Okay. And then, so yeah, and then right at the bottom here, we're also going to have data.turnint.length, and then see, you know, it's like we're going to get there bit by bit. It's going to be, it might take a little while, but I feel we're getting close. I genuinely do. So if I press save, 28, that is the correct number. All right. Now if I press load, okay, fantastic, no problem at all. Right, we have got a good fun error. And this is kind of what we wanted. So we've actually created an error message. So we have got into this bit. And what we should do is try and work out where the problem lies. Okay. Right. Now, why was there an error message? Why wasn't there an error message before? Is the first obvious question. So, and okay, all right. So what we need to do, yes, this is easily fixed as well. Right, brilliant. So the problem that we've got is because of, and again, this is a problem that I had before. Let's go bring this back into our thing. We've got, on each one of these plantains, which I really should have given a better name to, we have a sort of card that's got one, but it can have up to 3 buttons on it. And for whatever reason, the potential monsters, I have to always have this available. Even if it's a tile that's like add a card or upgrade a card, I still need this variable because I couldn't work out a way of getting rid of it. So with that knowledge in mind, a lot of these are actually nulls. They're nothing. So at this point here, we can actually go if data.potential monster strings I is not equal to null, then we want to do all of this stuff here. Okay. We probably don't need debug log.yarg, but let's go. Yeah, we probably no, it's okay. We just want to see 28 yargs. That'll make life easier. Right. Okay. As I say, I've got a really cool, fun thing that I'm looking to do in a little bit. Okay. So let's play. Right, okay, save. Yep, and load. Okay, alright. So now, if I get rid of some of these and press load, we want to see these three come back. Still didn't work. Okay. Let's try again. Oh! Let's go. Okay, right, yes. We have created saving and loading. Oh, wicked. Yes, awesome. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. On a random note, Grumble of Pugs, how is like your game going? If you, like, because I know that in my head you were thinking of creating a sort of map or an overworld, and it's like literally like overworlds. That's one of those things in life where I always just get happy whenever I see any overworld. And I weren't sure if you were just deciding for it to be a level-based thing or something slightly less overworldy, like, say, Super Meat Boy, where it still has a feel of an overworld, but it's a sort of linear thing. Just me being nosy. Anyway, right. Oh, yes, and by the way, so Code Rad Games as well, what I have done, if I can find it... right, yeah. Where is it? It's over here. On Nightbot, I've added like basically people that are allowed to put on links. So I think you can put on a link now, so it should be good. Right. Anyway, we have our save and load sorted. That is absolutely fantastic. I am so happy about that. Right. Okay. So what we want to do now is right. We've got a few things. Okay. So, where do we go next? So, what I kind of want to do... Right, let's do the fun bit. Which will take a little while, but it will definitely be fun on the way. So, now we do have save data ready. So, if I press play now... And like I say, I haven't actually implemented any of the saving or loading apart from just pressing the keyboard. But let's go. I just open this up. So, what is my plan? Oh man, I think it'd be almost just better to show you as opposed to actually do it. But what I want to happen is when you press this play button, it breaks off into two like buttons, and then there'll be a save. Resume game or new game button. That's kind of what we're working on. It might take a while, and it might look a little bit ugly on the way. And also, I think before we actually start this endeavour, I am looking to move this whole year thing up a bit on the screen. So let's actually have a little look at this ticket menu. Move this. So at the moment it's on 0.5, but let's just say that was 4. That's a bit too high. 3. 2.5. I think... what about 2.0? 2.0 might work. Okay. All right. No. So this is... Yeah, so 2.0. Okay, so let's go first of all. This is like the opening... so let's go. Oh no, not property. I don't care about properties. Okay, edit script. We're going to close all but this. Okay, and at some point we're creating this here. Let's go turn this into 2.0f. Okay, right. Let's try and work out exactly how we're going to do this. So first of all, let's just see if that has just worked. Let's hope it's just come up. Yeah, okay. That should be high enough. Okay, now this is where it's going to look ugly for a little while, but then it's going to start looking pretty cool. So what we need to first out is, if I just click here, these are the title buttons. Where I've actually got a new bunch of buttons that we're looking to put in, but I just needed access to there. So we're going to have create folder. Play resume new okay, and we're going to have 3 individual folders which are going to be play, and in each of these folders we're going to have another folder which is idle and summon. Okay, now I wonder, can I just duplicate that? Yes, I can. Right, so play, resume, and duplicate that, and that will be new. Okay. Right, yeah, this will hopefully, let's see, I reckon, right, we're currently at half 2. This will be like quite a difficult thing. There's a lot of things that I need to do to get this to work. But I'm kind of excited. I want to just kind of go for it. So first of all, I've created a bunch of sprites that we're going to fill in all of these. And these are new sprites that I put together. So if I go over here, play resume new, yeah, I've got a plan. Although that's not 100% where we're at. Oh yeah, this is fine. We just need to open this again. Let's just, we don't need the preview. Yeah, so Control Shift S, PNG, okay, yep, agree, that's fine. This might just take a second. Now I think I can get rid of that. Oh, I see. Okay, all right. Oh, it's done the classic trying to duplicate everything, which makes life a bit more awkward, but that's okay. We've got all the data on there, so I'm just going to delete that and then try again. Control Shift S. I'm going to save it as a PNG 000. Yes, agree, that's fine. And now, hopefully, oh, I know I've done. Okay, sorry, ignore me. Right, don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there. Right, this time, we need to turn all of these on, and then, in fact, we probably don't need any of this. We can probably start getting rid of some of the things. Just tidy things up a bit. All the empty spots we don't need. It's mainly, I use the empty spots as just like a useful breakpoint. Okay, right. Control S and then Control Shift S. Okay, this time it'll work and it'll be brilliant and everyone will think that I'm a genius. Okay, PNG. Yeah, let's just go. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm after. It's almost what I'm after. No, hold on. No, sorry, very close. Right, last thing, and now then we're done. I needed to get rid of that. That was so Control S and then Control Shift. Control Shift S. Okay. Okay, and I want to just cycle through, so that's going top to down, up to down. Even though it looks like I'm just cycling through this, there is a good reason as to why I'm going through this slowly. Yeah, that looks good. This is what we were after. Okay. Right, now we're going to drag all of these sprites over to the correct place. I think we just go for it. Okay, and we probably want another one. I'm just going to have a folder that I'm just going to call something like transition. Yeah, okay. So from here to here is play idle. Sorry, you won't be able to see the other side. It's not super exciting, but just imagine I'm selecting lots of stuff. Summon. These ones are the transition. Right, resume. Summon. This is resume idle. Oops. Let's put all of this into there. Yep, that's okay. So we're getting all of the images. I think my head's in the way at the moment. Apologies, you can't see any of the images. Let's go make it a little bit bigger. Just for display purposes. So this is the idle. So we are going to change a few things, but it's going to look a lot nicer. And it's to essentially cater for being able to resume your game. That's the summon. The transition. It's where you break off into bits. Yeah. So we're almost there. We just need to get, we need to fill these ones up. Okay, we're getting there. New game. This one can go into idle. And this one can go into summon. Okay. All right. What we'll need to do as well, we'll need to select all of these, and I kind of want to make it the same size as whatever this is. So that's 128. That's fine. I just want to check all the folders are open. That looks like 92. That's fine. So we're going to go 128, point filter, and quality none, and apply. Okay. All right, we can get rid of this window that you couldn't see anyway. Okay, now, yeah, like I say, this might take a little while, but I think it will be fun. So, first of all, there is actually another thing that we kind of want to do. We've got all these selected. I think we need to press bottom here. Actually, no, we don't. We don't. It's fine. It's fine. We can leave that. Okay, right. So, now, title menu. So, title start button. Okay, and this is the summon button. So let's go to this definition, and we're going to change a few little things. So we kind of want button sprites. So I'm going to have a private sprite button sprites Yeah, so it'll look, yeah, we'll get there. It'll look like ugly for a bit, but then it'll look better. So button sprites summon, and we're going to rename this to button sprites idle. Okay, so first of all, this won't look particularly good, but I just want to see what happens when we press play, seeing how it all goes. Button flex sprites. Oh yeah, that's okay. We'll we might not need the flex sprites, but we'll see. Okay, so let's just see how this looks. So it will just suddenly click on, it won't summon, I don't think. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, now we need to get access to our... So the idle, we need to change this bit here to find the right place. So yeah, I think this will look, hopefully this will look, like in my head, it's going to look really, really cool. But we'll have to actually wait. We'll have to wait, really. So idle, copy path. Control V, and then just get rid of this. And then button sprites summon equals resources dot load all sprites. Let's go find the location. Oh, it's just that, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Right. Okay, so now we've changed the sprites. Let's just see what it looks like. It might still look a bit rubbish. So I think, yeah, like I said, at the moment the button is just going to sort of like just click on, I think. Oh no, that looks okay. Is that button a bit big? Oh yes, it is. I think I know why that is the case. Let's just go maximize on play, just to see if that is. Yeah. So we need to just move it up just a tiny bit. So let's just find out exactly where we need to move it to. Something like that. Minus 1.5. Maybe what if it's just minus? Maybe minus 1.25. I think that should be okay. So over here, we're summoning it at minus 2.5, but no, minus 1.25. I think that should be good. Okay. Right, and summon routine. So let's see what's going on here. So I believe to actually summon, we need to have button sprites summon. And that will be button sprites summon. In fact, actually, I think we actually are kind of fine with that. Okay, so let's just do bit by bit. Let's see if that works. So we're looking for it to summon. Right. Okay, right. Oh, it's still a little bit low. It looks like it's yeah, that's fine. That's okay. So it's for whatever reason it's moving itself. So if we just go button trans, find all references. Oh, it looks like it does just set itself after that. So we just have 1.25. I mean, I don't know why it needs to position itself at all, to be honest, but that's okay. Let's just check that works, and then we'll keep going. Right, so, okay, we're 14 minutes in, so it's 14:29 when I started this endeavour. We're 14 minutes in, and it feels like we haven't made that much progress, but no, don't worry, we have. Relax, we're getting there. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. I think I know what we need to do. We need to go into the... Because at the moment... I think the... like, one thing which, like... I've kind of learnt a bit, like... You know, it's a sort of... if you actually go into the history of on my YouTube videos, I've literally spent, I think, 3 episodes, or like 2 and 2 halves of an episode. So essentially 3 episodes trying to implement one particular thing, and it became more and more troublesome as I got further into it. And then I finally decided to bite the bullet and not do the thing that I was going to do. And I did a method which was actually a lot bit easier. But what I had to do, I had to kind of like swallow my pride slightly and just be like, I've just wasted 3 episodes. I mean, it was still funny. I still enjoyed the journey, but it's just like sometimes you can just be trying to do something and then just not get anywhere. But those times I just think, well, I've grown a little bit. You know, I've learnt. You know, I've grown as a human being. Yeah, because it's when you're summoning minions and you get like a banner of when it's more than 50. I tried a different system of doing that, and it took me 3 episodes, and I just got myself further and further in a deep hole thinking, oh my gosh, I just need to abandon this. So I came up with a different strategy, but it's just like it took a while. But it's just so whenever I'm like making sort of slow progress, it's fine. It's no problem. That's how life can be sometimes. Whereas I think this one, it's I'm making okay progress. It should be okay. Right, so prefabs, title, title start button. We actually just want to set that to, in fact, it'll be easier if I just drag it on. So let's go lock this, and yeah, like I said, I've got a little bit of a sore throat today. So I apologise if I'm not talking quite as much. So summon, we want actually that to be there. Okay, let's give this a try. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. Upon awake. Oh, that's why. Everything's fine. We're all right. We actually need to set it to button sprites summon, and that will be the last one. So yeah, I just don't like it sort of clicking. So I think this should be fine, and hopefully it will all work out. Because this will be hopefully a really cool looking transition, if it does work. Right. That almost worked, but not quite. Let me just have another little look. So upon summoning, oh yeah, I see what the problem is. I think I've just done the wrong. Oh, that needs to be... That's fine. Okay, right. We fixed it now. Yeah, that was a brilliant episode. Like, but the thing which I'm quite happy with was, right, this should look good, is how it's all, like, there's a lot of randomness that's going on. You know, it's not always going to be these beans. And there's, like, they wander about for a certain period of time, and then they'll eventually go back home. And sometimes they do a little action. I'm trying to see if you can. Sometimes they'll kind of go like, yeah, like, oh, it's quite hard to see, yeah. But yeah, so I was quite happy with that. And it's like I had to essentially like pinpoint loads of different vectors, like points where they could walk to, and find every situation where they, it was quite nice. Anyway, so this is good. This is good. It looks like it did work the way that we needed to. So what we want to do now is we need to change a few things. So begin game. So on point of click, we're beginning the game. Start this coroutine. Okay, so here is where we need to do busy equals true. And this is where we need to have button sprites summon. Control C, Control V. And that plays forward, that's fine. And then change scene to there. Okay. And what we need to do now is say if GameInfoScript.instance._ Big Daddy map class is not equal to is equal to null, then we want to do this. Okay. I'm just going to have else, and then we're just going to have a debug.log saying hey. All right. So we can actually find out if this Big Daddy map class is equal to null, because quite at this precise moment I don't know. So if we press play, okay, so that's summoning, that's good, that's exactly how I wanted it to do. And then that's an interesting problem. I wonder what is going wrong here. Yeah, okay, I see it. Okay, so it looks like there is some save data. Right. So you press play, and then we're into our fresh game. That's good. Okay, so now we want to so that is if there is no Big Daddy map class. However, I'm just going to be a little bit cheeky here and press play. Now that data that we saved from earlier, I think like the actual save load is part of the master like prefab that connects to everything. So we've got it here. So at the moment when you press it, it presses it goes into a fresh new game. Whereas if I press L, okay, and then press play, it's going to say that's exactly what I wanted. It's going to say hey, right, which is what we actually wanted to happen. So now, oh, what's going on? That's fine. Okay, so now so if you actually exit back to the title screen, or indeed you leave the game entirely, you will have the option to resume your game. Right, so what are we going to do? So like at some point, so we don't actually need these button flex sprites. Let's go find all these references. Oh, I guess we do. That's fine. I'm okay with leaving that there. Yeah, that's fine. Technically, let's go find out. So play ping pong continuously. Let's just say we did button sprites idle. Let's just see what that looks like. Let's see if this does look like a sort of fun way to like play. Like, because I don't know if it's gonna. Yeah, does that look alright? Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Admittedly, the more I look at it, the more I want this to have another one where we just got rid of this grade. But that's okay. We'll cross that bridge a bit later. Okay, so that looks okay. So, but when we do have a game that we can load, we want to... I think we can do this. Control C. Oh yeah, no, forget all of that for the time being. So button flex sprites, let's go get rid of them. Probably don't need them. Right, okay. So private. That's not quite what I want. Private sprites transition. Like I say, this is going to get like way confusing as we go, but these are going to be the button sprite transitions. So, button sprite transition. I spelled it wrong. I spelled it wrong. Rename transition. Yeah, that's fine. Equals resources dot load all sprite. We're kind of doing it bit by bit because it's a little bit confusing. So let's go find the transition sprites. Copy path. Control V. Okay. So now we can now copy this. Control V. Button sprites transition. Let's see. Okay. Control C. And I think we stop. We check everything one bit at a time. I think so. Let's just see if this does the thing that I want it to do. And you'll probably see where it's going. You'll be like, ah, I see. This is looking pretty clever. So, all right. So I'm going to press L to load this data. Oh, yeah. I see the problem. Everything's fine. We actually need to do Control C. Yeah, it's like every now and then, because that's why I like programming, because you come up with an idea in your head and you're like, oh yes, I see what's happening here. I think this looks okay. So hopefully this will look a little bit nicer. I forgot to actually, yeah, because we still need to do the summon thing. The hard part is I'm looking to create two like game objects. So let's go. Let's see. Oh no, I forgot to load it. I forgot to press L. Okay. So just wait till it turns up. So I can probably press L now, and then we wait for this to arrive. And then yeah. Okay, right. So that's about how big I want it. That we've now discovered that that's the space, the sort of space that we're looking for. So I might need to move this one up just a tiny bit. So let's just work out exactly how much higher we need to move this. So at the moment it's 2. So what if it's, say, 2.5? And I kind of want to see the left arrow if this is Alfred. That's okay. Yeah, so 2.5 seems good. Oh, the 2 boxes. Ha ha ha. You're about to see, my good friend. So, I mean, it's a really fancy way of doing something that's not that incredible, but like it's essentially so those 2 boxes, they're actually going to be new game and resume game. So 2.5. Like, and it's a way complicated way of doing it, but like I think just every now and then I'm just like, yeah, this is kind of what I just kind of have that inspiration to suddenly do it. So so this, I think we're looking good at this precise moment. Now, what we probably need is and we need to actually get some exact numbers. Sorry, so I'm cleaning a few things up. So I'm going to, straight off the bat, let's go first of all, let's just try it. Because we need to just get a bit of data here. So, a bit of information. So I'm going to press L, so that we know that we've loaded. Okay. Now, we've got these available. And now what I want to do is plus 2D object sprites square. Oh my gosh, I've got far too many sprites. Ah, right. This one looks good. Okay. So we just need to essentially find the correct numbers. So, oh, is that actually? So that is 6 and minus 1.25. Okay. Now this is the bit which I was slightly worried about. I'm going to duplicate this. Move this up here, and hopefully we'll get a. Oh, is that just going to be a nice clean 2? Oh, 2. Okay, why am I so excited that that's 2? Because I was worried it was going to be a very difficult fraction. So the key numbers that we're looking for are minus 1.25, and I'll write that down with my pen that doesn't work very well. That's a good point. To be honest, this game doesn't like, again, it's because I'm going from oh, now that is like, it's something which I should do. Is that the concept of where you can actually like sort of scroll down? Because as it is, this at the moment this game doesn't really need save slots, because it's kind of like, well, I'll use Enter the Gungeon as an example. Like, you just, whatever game it is that you're playing, it's like that is the one that you're committed to. But yeah, I haven't really thought as far ahead as of doing that. But is vertical layer, is that where you can sort of scroll up and down? Okay, now I do. Sorry, let me just write down the thing. So the honest answer is yes, I probably should do that. But like, kind of in my head, I'm thinking like, because it's only ever going to be 2 buttons. I don't know if I need to worry about that. However, what I should do when it actually comes to looking at your deck, like, it's also because I'm going to be creating 2 like different game objects that have different like behaviours and stuff. For this case, I think I'll be all right using that. But however, I kind of want to know more about this when it comes to actually me like creating a deck, because the deck at the moment, like when it comes up, it's a little bit it's a little bit ugly. Whereas, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it just looks a little bit off. And I think I did need to. I mean, I've never even heard of vertical group layouts before. But let's parent game objects. So let me have a. So anyway, we've got the key numbers that I need, so I can stop this. I'm actually kind of intrigued. So if I, so can you actually put it on? Oh, hang on a sec. Oh wow. Okay. All right. This might be pretty good. Okay. So let's have a look. How does this work? I'm trying to work out how you would add more things to it. Okay, so if I were to... Sorry, this is actually good. I love this. This is like a learning... so I'm just going to create, say, a square, which is going to have, I don't know, this object. And before you look, you're thinking, what's going on here? It's a staple eating a man. It's a large mutated staple eating a man. So do you just make it like a child like that, and then if I were to Control D, get another picture that's like this. Oh, sorry, hold on. I have this. See, this is, and so is I might be skipping multiple steps here. But is there like a way? I'm trying to work out now. What's going on? And yeah, I'm actually like, yeah. Anyway, what I'll do is, because I'm actually really intrigued with this. This looks like something which, again, it's one of those classic things which looks so useful that. But I'm only finding out after having been doing coding for 8 years or whatever. It's just like Oh right, okay. So that probably does make sense. Yes. Okay. So I'll definitely experiment with that at some point. But as much as the UI in Unity is just simply code, I feel I have an emotional attachment or an emotional disattachment to using UI because I'm terrible with it. And so what I have kind of made a rule, which is probably a terrible rule, but from the very beginning of my game, I made this decision to avoid using UI at every possible count, which is going to come to bite me later. I guarantee. It's just the problem which I always had with UI is when like the different screen sizes, I can just never get something to consistently work with different screen sizes. Whereas I feel if I just have everything on the screen that's roughly in the center, anything important on the screen that's roughly in the center, I'll never sort of have that issue. But I genuinely am interested with that though. I do really appreciate that. No, that's the clever thing. I've literally not used UI at any point because I've got plenty of other games where, like earlier games where I've used UI, and it's just brought me to tears every time when I see, like for example, I've made a game on the, I think it's removed now, but I made a game on the App Store that used the UI, and then when I saw someone else playing it, certain bits were just clipped out, and I was just like, yeah. I think like kind of what I should do, if I was more sensible, I should actually spend a good few hours just trying to learn UI, and like, but like as in without any bias, like off stream, just actually have a little play, work out exactly how the anchors work. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. See, I'm still jealous. I'm saving up those channel points though. I'm getting close. Yeah. So does it actually, have you worked it out so that everything still looks in proportion with a different right. Okay. And so I take it like, so you did the sensible thing. You realised it wasn't working. Yeah, you realised it wasn't working. Now let's fix it. To me, I realised it wasn't working with my other game. I was like, right, never use UI again. Right. So what you can sometimes do on, like, with say the main camera. I mean, this is terrible, but I'll attach sprites to the main camera. So if ever the camera needs to move, there's just going to be. So if let's just have. I'm just going to create a 2D sprite there over here. I mean, this is a terrible idea. I don't know why I'm even toying with this, but I would my version of a UI is just attach it to a main camera, so that way when the camera moves, it stays with it, which is probably terrible. Oh, I do apologise. I think my oh no, I think everything's fine. Okay, sorry, I thought I'd heard the fire alarm. Yeah, yes, you're completely right. Which is gutting, because the game that I'm looking to make after this is actually going to be an RPG. And again, I will fight tooth and claw to try and avoid it, like using UIs. But I might have to just sit down and learn it. It will just be okay, let's just learn how it works. Anyway, so where are we up to? So we have got. So what we're going to do now is over here we're going to create empty. We're going to call this new game button game object, and we're going to nope, let's just copy that text though. The text is still good. Control C plus 2D object sprite square. Yeah. Well, I think, like, I remember when I went to a sort of game dev meetup, and I met lots of other people, and I met someone whose main job, his literal job, was dealing with the UI in Unity, and he was like a proper god when it came to dealing with that specific problem. And I was like, wow, can you just you know, can you just come home with, you know, right, anyway, so this is there. We're going to go, I think it's 6, isn't it? 6 and minus 1.25, and Control D, that will be 2. This is going to be and that's, yeah, just resume button go. Okay, now we need to come up with the correct code to get all this sorted. So trying to work out where we're going to go first. I think we start with the new game. Okay, so let's go make a script. And then what we'll do, once we've got all this kitted and everything, I'm then going to worry about getting this button to transition. Yeah, I think I should spend some time to just get to learn how UI works, but for the time being, while I can get away with it, I'll let it go. Right, title scripts. Okay, create C# script, and this will be this needs to be new game button script. Okay, and what I should have done. Okay, so new game. We actually want to add a box collider 2D. And that's actually not the size that we want it. We want it just to cover this. But let's see if I can get the numbers nice and clean, if possible. Yeah, come on. Okay. Good. A nice, clean, easy 1.629298. Okay, fine, fine. Just kind of hoping it was going to lead to a sort of rounded number, but no such luck. Never mind. Okay, but this is the one that we're working on. For the time being, I'm just going to turn this one off. And we're going to give this one our new game button script. Edit script. Let's just give it all the stuff that we need. So using Unity engine dot event systems, I pointer. What did I use for the title? Whatever, I'm going to use the same with whatever I use there. So I pointer click handler, which is fine. I pointer click handler. Let's get rid of all this. We'll fill in all the important stuff. So public void on pointer click open brackets ped comma ped. Don't even know what pointer event data is, but you need to have that as an argument to get it to work. So, you know, right. So now we need to work out a way of summoning. So let's actually just get this sort of summoned. So we need a few things. Public. I don't think we need a transform. Don't think we need it. I'll push it in just in case. So public transform button trans public sprite renderer button SR. And to be fair, we might be able to just use this script for something else, but we'll see. Right. We just need the public sprite group of I want to try and keep everything consistent, so button sprites idle, button sprites summon. We can just copy that actually. Probably could have copied. But let's go do a little bit fancy thing here where we have it public, but get private set semicolon, get rid of that semicolon, get nice. Okay, right, that's all good. Now void not a whale void awake. What? Normally it just comes up. Okay, fine. I'll private void awake. Okay, that's what I was after. Right. Oh yes, please. Okay. And now button sprites idle. No, we can't. Sorry, sometimes it gives me good suggestions, sometimes it gives me bad suggestions. That was a bad suggestion. Resources dot load. So we're just getting hold of all the sprites that we need for this one. Okay. And then button sprites summon equals resources dot load all sprite. Okay. Right, so we've got access to this. And now Let me just try and work out where we're going next. We need to summon it. So public void summon. And then let's have, because I always, public, I always like to have a busy bool. I've just called it bool, I meant to call it busy. Okay, here we go. Right, I tell you what, one thing, I need to emphasise this as well. The fact that we've managed to get the save and load to actually work, I'm absolutely chuffed with that. I was properly scratching my head a lot last night trying to get it all to work. But it's looking pretty good now. Private, enumerator, summon routine. Start coroutine, summon routine, busy equals true, busy equals false. So as much as we have the save and load system, we haven't implemented it yet, but that's what we're going to work on once we've got this bit sorted. So we actually want, by default, we kind of want our button sr dot sprite to equal button sprites summon dot length -1. Okay, perfect. Exactly what we're after. Okay, so that's just setting the sprite to what it should be. Okay, now this should be quite easy. So int chom equals Aaron dot instance dot play, and I believe it's backwards once. Play backwards dot once. Button sr. Like I say, a lot of this code we can translate to the resume button. This will be button sprite summon. Button sprites idle. I think that's just idle 0. Anim speed is going to be 0.5f, and then anim is, and then we're going to have that as true. So it just takes half a second to summon. So now we're just going to while Aaron dot instance dot chumballs chom yield return null. And then we just want to have, let's just have Aaron dot instance dot play ping pong continuously, button sr, button sprites idle. And once we've done this, I'm going to then see if I can just physically create it and then see where we're up to. Yeah. Finishing sprites, it shouldn't matter, but I'll have button sprites idle 0. And the anim speed 0.1f. So I think that's all we actually need for the time being. But I want to have a little debug here. Debug.log open brackets. Yeah, just it works. Okay. Alright, so we've now created this. We need to put this as a prefab somewhere. So let's go into our resources, prefabs, title stuff. Let's go. Got a new friend. Okay, this one here. I think that's all we need. Okay, so now I'm going to copy this path. And now we're in here. We're going to have a private game object, new game button go, and while we're here as well, we're going to have a private game object, resume button game object. And so we just want to get access to our new game thing, which we've got. So new game button go equals resources.load game object, and then accidentally put a hashtag when we don't need it. I just need to delete all the bits that we don't need. So we now have access to the game object, and then at this point here we're looking to create it. So if I have new game button, no, new game button, let me just let the autocorrect do it. New game button script, new game button script equals instantiate where are we up to? Instantiate new game button go, new vector 3, I think it's 6.0f, comma, and then minus 1.2f, 0.25f, sorry, comma, everyone's favorite, dot get component, new game button script, and then oh cool, I like the fact that it's got that, but now we just have new game button script dot summon, and then while new game button script dot busy yield return null. Okay, so and what I kind of want to do as well, once we've summoned it, like at this point here, I just want to have button sr.sprite equals null. So I think that should work. Okay, right. So let's see where we're up to. So we can now get rid of this. So this still won't look great. It's not as though we've done everything so far, but we're kind of making good progress. Right. Okay, so I'm going to press L to indicate that we've loaded stuff and we've got data that needs loading. Ah. Okay. Oh. Right. I feel like I might have created a problem here. Have I... created a very interesting problem. Okay. Okay. All right. I see what we've done. I see where we've gone wrong there. Ah, yes. Okay. All right. So, I meant to fill these bits in. So when you just leave that empty, it assumes you need every single sprite in the entire folder, which is what it just did there. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. That was on me. I think apart from that, everything's looking good. But the reason it stopped for a while, because it was literally going through what I've probably got hundreds, if not thousands of sprites, that it was like, oh, right, you need all of those. Okay, I won't question you. Sprites, title, play, new, copy path, the... That's quite funny. I've done that mistake before. You've got to be a bit careful when you're having resource.load all if you leave this empty. So we're just getting access to our the actual correct sprites that I needed, not every single sprite in the entire game. Right. Oh, we got a null Let me just see if that was that there the whole time? Okay, no, we still do have one. Just got to work out what the problem is. So I think the problem lies. So if I just want to see if that's what's causing the error message. Ah. Okay. Let's have a look. Not set to an instance of an object. That's a little concerning. Okay, well at least we know that isn't actually having any issue. I think we just play, see what happens. I don't know why that error message is there, but I'm sure like we'll come around to it later, be like, oh, that's why. So we just accept that is an error message. Okay, so I press play. Oh yeah, and I forgot to press load. So that's just loading all the data. So now, what we're hoping to happen is this closes down and then breaks into two different bits. The top bit just flat disappears, and the bottom bit, the new game will appear. Yes. Nice. Okay. Fantastic. Right. Yeah. And now this. Oh, yes. Okay. Yep. Right. We've got a few more things that we need to sort, but that's okay. So what we want to do, once this has happened, once we've made our... once we've made this sprite equal to null, we also want to get hold of get component to box collider 2D dot is active and enabled equals false. Nope. Can't remember what. There's a way of just turning it off. Let's just have a look. I can't remember actually. There's a way of just turning off the. Box collider off. Let's have a look. Let's see. We can just make the size equal to 0, but I think that seems a bit overkill. What's wrong with that? Ah, okay. How do we set that? Okay, right. Just this is what I quite often do. Sorry. Yeah, just while we're doing this, just we can discuss something random. Like I'm just having a look at, I'm just trying to remember in my head how to. Let me see this. Yeah, don't worry. I know. I know it all. It's just I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking in my head. I don't know how. It's got to be. Sorry. So actually, I may as well bring this up big screen. Reports whether the game object is enabled. Oh, enabled. Okay. All right. How was I meant to know that? How was I meant to remember that? Okay, enabled equals false. So this is just meaning that we can't click on this. So let's give this another test, just to check everything's all working. Right. Okay, so what we're looking to do now is press this. And obviously I forgot to press load. Okay, so I'm pressing load now. Okay. And then if I press it again, all I'm hoping is just a debug message saying it works, and we got it. Fantastic. Right. Okay. Right, so that's looking quite nice. Now we just want to do the same for the resume game button, and like I say, a lot of the code is very similar, so it shouldn't be too difficult. So where are we? We can actually. I think I just delete this and I just duplicate the other prefab. So title, we're just going to go Control D. And change this to resume button. Okay. Right. And we can remove this component. And what we want to do is have title scripts. We're going to create a resume button script. Create. I'm hoping I haven't actually used that already. Oh, that'll be a problem, won't it? In fact, let me just do that for the time being. And yeah, just wait for this loading to go. Resume button script. Okay, no, I don't. Okay, that's fine. I was just worried I'd already created a script here, so let's just delete that. Yeah. Right. Okay, so we're creating a new script here, which will be create C# script resume button script. Oh yeah, sorry, on a completely weird random note, there's a game called Inscription, which is, I mean, a little bit like Slay the Spire, I suppose. But if ever I was to try and recommend a game to you without giving you any information about it whatsoever, that is a game that I would really recommend. It's like, what makes it so good? I can't tell you, but it's really, really good. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed that game. Let's just be a bit lazy. We can copy almost everything here. First of all, let's copy that. And even though it feels a little bit, I think we can just copy almost all of this. Control C. Oh no, actually. Control C. Control V. And now what we just need is I think this one needs to be resume. This one needs to be resume. I think that's literally everything that we needed to do. And let's go. Let's actually type here resume as well. Okay, so now we've done all this. What we can do in here is we're looking to create our resume button. So we can just have resume button go equals resources dot load game object, and then let's go find this path before I forget. So resume button, let's go, this is the one. Let's copy this path, chuck this bad boy in here. Alright, so now we've got access to our resume button, and obviously we're going to make them do things in a bit, but we just want to make sure that we can summon everything nicely. Okay. So at this point here, we're going to have, we can almost copy and paste a lot of this, but, oh, you've heard of it. Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Like, kind of, it's one of those games where, yeah, like I say, I'm trying to work out a way of describing it without spoiling anything. But it's like, oh man, how can I explain a game which I'd really recommend without giving too much away? I would actually say, to be fair, right, the actual mechanics are very good. It's like you play, you think, oh, this is an interesting idea. It obviously plays a little bit off the back of Slay the Spire in that it's card drafting sort of game, but yeah, I want to just say it goes into a little bit of an interesting direction. So this will be 6.0f, comma 2.0f, comma quaternion.identity.getComponent resume button script, and then that looks pretty good. Okay, so now that or so in theory I don't need this, but this is basically waiting until all of the both of the buttons have actually been summoned. So hopefully, let's see, is this just going to work? Right, I got faith. Right. Okay. Oh yeah, press L. Okay. That wasn't even slightly what I was after. Okay, what went wrong there? So it's as if the resume game button, for whatever reason, that one isn't animating. That's interesting. So, just to confirm. So I wanted this to actually, this sprite to equal null. So for some reason it hasn't. Not set to an instance of an object. Yes, it's alright, relax guys. I know what the problem is. Everything's fine. We're all good. So we can stop that there. I didn't actually attach the script. I made it, but then I didn't make. I've done that so many times. We didn't actually put the script on, so it just gave us a bit of a heartache. Right, so clear. Let's press play. Oh. Okay. All right. So the issue where it had a random error message has resolved itself. Yeah. Okay. Right. We still need to move this up just a little bit. because that's getting in the way. But hopefully this will say resume when I click it. Yeah, resume there. And this one should say it works. Okay, so we want this just to be a little bit higher up. So let's work out exactly how high that needs to be. So that's 2.5. What is it? 2.75. 2.75 sounds good to me. Yeah. Okay, now, I'm not sure why that's not working, but I'm not going to worry too much. Actually, yeah, why is that not working? Oh yeah, 2.75. Okay. Okay. Oh, I know why it's not working. I know why it's not working. It's because it's loaded. Yeah, that's fine. That's easily sorted. Because you wouldn't normally load the game at that point. It's because I've loaded it and the data's changed. So it doesn't know how to deal with it. But that's okay. That's easily fixed. So let's go back onto title master script. Let's just have a cheeky little 7 there. Okay. So now we need to make sure the new game button does all the things that we want it to do. So first of all, let's just have a function here, public void begin new game. Private enumerator begin new game routine, and then start coroutine brackets begin new game routine. Right, and then have we don't have the booleans yet. Oh no, we do. Everything's fine. So busy equals true equals yes, trigger event unit. That's obviously what I wanted. True busy equals false, and then we want that and that. Control V. But that can be played forward once. And then we just need to work out all the things that we need to do to start the game. So what I so basically all of this, isn't it? And probably that as well. Okay, I'm just having a quick look because when we're starting the game already, I think it is just all of this. I just don't like having to copy this big chunky bit of. Let's go tidy this up a little bit. And then we can keep all that together there. We can probably get rid of that. That was for ages ago. That was because I put in some extra cards to test things. Right, where are we up to? Okay, so play forward once, button sprites. Okay, we just want this, but it feels a bit ugly. So I think we go. I think if we go into the game info script, go to definition, Control MO. How much stuff have we got here? And quite a lot of stuff. Ah, here we go. Reset cards, life and map. Oh, that's really nice. It looks like I've actually done this. I had this ready, and then I forgot to do it. So we've got a function, reset cards, life and map. That's exactly what we want to do. We just want to Control X. and go into here and do that. So that way, whenever we're starting a new game, this is what we need to go for. So we can Control S, that's fine. And then go back into here, and we just have gameinfoscript.instance.reset cards life and map. And now we've got that, I can just go Control C, new game button over here. We can reset, do all of that, and then we want to Control S. We just want to do that, I think. So essentially, we're doing exactly the same thing. Control V, Control S. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to give that a test. Actually, let's go for it. So what are all the events that we're hoping to happen? So we press play. The play button comes up. I then press play. So first of all, we need to press L to check if there's a load file. Okay, and then we press this. All right, now new game is here. All right. Got to work out why that's not working. Oh yeah, that's because I don't think I've actually got it to do anything yet. We just need to have if not busy. Begin new game. Now there is a slight issue that there's no way of, once you've pressed play, you can't go back to the original play button. I'm going to worry about that another time. I'm not going to lose too much sleep over that. But it's just I set out the parameters so it's not too difficult to get back. So right, L, okay. Press this. Right, new game. Oh yeah, let's go new game. Bam. Oh, it's defaulted to that, but that's okay. So this is a fresh new game. Right. Okay, brilliant. Right. We want the final button there to be button sprites summon. Button sprite summon dot length -1. So that's just making sure that it finishes on the last one. So that's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, right. So resume game is where we're going to go next, and I don't think it should be super difficult. It might be a little tough. In fact, it might be really easy. Let's go copy all of this, but we'll change some of the names. I think this might be really easy. Here's me thinking it's really difficult. But if we go, I'm just going to change this to rename to resume game. And this one here, I'm going to rename to resume game routine. Control S. Okay. Right, is it actually, yeah, so we just literally need to get rid of that because ideally we've loaded, so it's got all the data that we need. And I think that's all we need to do. Right, so Control S. Let's see if this works. Right. So what we're hoping is we're hoping if I press L now, so yeah, I'm pressing L now, so it's loaded everything. So now it will bring up two options, and we've got new game and resume game. Now I'm going to press resume game, and of course it doesn't work because I've just got it saying debug. Okay, we're fine, we're almost there. We just need to if not busy. Oh, I'm missing like quite a few obvious things here. If not busy, resume game. Okay, right, that one didn't count. It's like Mulligan, don't worry. Okay, right, let's try again. Right. So press L. That's just so we've got our game loaded, even though you didn't see anything happen. Right, resume. Okay. So, yes, it has worked. So it's actually resumed all of the data that we need. Okay, fantastic. So now this is like the loaded game that we saved earlier. Okay. The only way I knew that is because the deck is different. But that's absolutely fantastic. Right. That's enormous. I'm so glad. We have got a lot done today. Let's go just while I'm just sort of let's get rid of stuff that made a lot of sense back then but doesn't make any sense now. Loads of I've got so many debug messages everywhere. But yeah, let's worry about that later. Right, okay. That's so good. I'm trying to think actually where we were going to go next. So I suppose what we need to do is work out when... Bless me. We need to work out the point in which we're loading games. And when we're saving them. Right. So now this requires just a little bit of thought because ideally we've got to be very particular. So I think if we go let's have a look. Now is this a bit too, if I go into the save load script, edit, and then we go Control MO, upon awake, right, instance equals this. So I think the moment that the first time that we create an instance, like, or that we create this as a static, I think this is a good time to load the game. So I'm just going to have load game. Okay. All right. Let's have a look. So I think that should be good. Right, so now, to my understanding, if I press play now, it will... I don't need to press L this time, it should just load for me. No, it didn't. Why did that not happen? Now that's interesting. Maybe we don't need to worry about that. I think if we actually go onto the master script and tell it from there, if this doesn't work, then we'll try some other things. But I've got to work out why it's not loading else destroy. So if this is all the case, maybe this doesn't work because I have get component save load script dot load game. Let's give this a try. The reason I'm saying get component is because I can't, because this is almost the first possible thing that happens in code, so we can't just have save load dot instance. So let's just give this a try, see if it works. If not, then we'll keep trying to work out. We'll sort of go back and forth. Try and work out why. Right. Yes. I tell you what, I woke up really horrible sore throat this morning, but I'm feeling a lot better now. Right. Yes. Oh, wicked. Okay, right, cool. So that's the data there. Right, fantastic. Okay. So another big thing that we need to do is So yes, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, we are properly cracking. So there's no way of saving it. We haven't got any way of saving at the moment. But I think before we do that, there's another little thing that we need to do. So scenes. If we go into Destiny map, sure, save all the data. That's no problem. And we go onto the Destiny map master. We'll edit this. And Control and O. Let's close everything. I can't remember. There's a way that it creates the Big Daddy script. I think. Oh no, maybe it's on here. It's on the game info script, isn't it? Find all references. Yes. Begin Destiny map routine. No, hold on. I have to. I'll procedurally create. There we go. So when we're procedurally creating it, we've got this progress into 0, and what we kind of want is underscore Big Daddy map class dot map chaos level, and we don't want it to equal 0. We want it to equal game info script dot instance dot chaos level current. Okay. The idea being that when we load the game, we want to make sure that it's the same. Okay, I think that's actually all we need to do. I'll need to do a few little things to experiment with that. What's the easiest way of working this out? So yeah, this is going to be. I need to work this out because we want to make sure that it's actually. In fact, what we should do is just refer to this chaos level instead of referring to the game info. So we've got here chaos level current. Let's go find all these references. That's quite a few. I think we just need it for these ones here. So what we actually want to do instead is yeah, right. I've just got to work out because at the moment you can set it's not going off the correct chaos level. So chaos level is the equivalent of the ascension level in Slay the Spire, but at the moment. If you were to, say, start a game in level 3 and then leave the game and then come back to it, but then on the ticket menu you set it to something else. Oh, hold on. I think an idea is bubbling at the moment. Let's have a look. So that sets it there. Right, yeah, I've just got just a little bit complicated. That's something which I kind of want to work on. I just can't quite crack it. It's not anything too bad. It's just obviously having this chaos level is something different every time. So maybe as we start the Destiny, when we're actually creating here, let's have a look at exactly how it starts up, because I believe we can just sort this whole problem out when we're just creating the map. So begin Destiny map routine. If game is equal to null, what we could do is else. I mean, this will fix it, but I'm not sure if I'm completely game info script dot instance dot chaos level current equals game info script dot instance dot underscore Big Daddy map class dot map chaos level. Okay, it's not pretty, but I think this will essentially make sure that whenever we're always setting the current chaos level to the level, essentially the thing which I don't like about this is this bit of code only needs to be done once, but that's all I can think of. That's where my brain's going at this precise moment. I think that should be fine. Okay, so we now need to work out the times in which you want to play the game, that you want to save the games. So if I actually, now we're in the Destiny map, we've got to think exactly the times. So I think it should be I think it should be when you click on like a construct or something. So actually what we can do as well, just to check everything is working, okay. So what I want to do as well, this is just sort of me more testing things that we already know. If I were to remove, say, all these cards here, and then press play, we still got these 14 because it's loaded. That's good. That's what I wanted. That's a good start. So it doesn't matter what's there now because we're loading. Right, what we need to do next is we need to work out the exact points in which we want to save the game. So I think, yeah, so I just need to have another look, just try and work out. I think it should be when you, once you've collected a construct, because it's entirely randomized up until you press it. But I don't want people to be like, oh, that isn't the construct that we wanted. So, although there's not many ways of getting out of that anyway. Okay, while I'm thinking of this, I'm going to press escape, and then I'm going to go, and I think all of these buttons we want to save the game as well. So even if it's exit game or back to title, we want to save that. So let's actually work with this first. So so back to title, let's go edit this script, and let's go close all but this, and then go this one here, edit this script, that's okay, and then we can stop this game here. So what's happening on here? So when we are going back to title, what we should do is just do a cheeky, before we actually do any of this, we're just going to have a save load script dot instance dot save game. So I'm actually going to do a bit of an experiment which will involve me doing some combat. I'm going to save game there. I mean, yeah, save all of that. And then when we're exiting, it's doing all of this, but we also want to have save load script dot instance dot save game. Okay, right. So what we can do now is a bit more experimenting. Let me try and think the best way of doing this. Okay, right. So I'm pressing play, and I'm just going to manually put some more cards in the deck. So this is just to check everything's working. So if we have, say, a bunch of sniper teams, that's fine. Loads of sniper teams. Okay, all right. And then I'm going to resume game. And now I'm just going to go back to title. Right. Now all this data should still be saved. I'm going to press play. So we do get to resume. I'm resuming now. So hopefully the save has already been done. We've got 19 cards and we've got all these sniper teams. All right, let's go, let's go. Okay, that's awesome. All right, so now we're going to experiment with let's go change some of these to Keen Archer and Strategy Totem and Nuclear Defense and something else. It doesn't matter. Okay, and then resume. Okay, now I'm going to press exit and then just exit game. Okay. Now, I suppose if we go into the title scene, sure, we can save that, that's no problem. And press play. Hopefully we've got a whole new deck because it's the ones that we've changed and it's saved automatically. There's still more times we need to save because at this precise moment, so resume. So this is all the cards that we changed to. Okay. Oh, wow. Nice. Okay, I thought this was going to be... How long have we been streaming for now? 3 hours. Okay, 3 hours is actually a pretty reasonable time. Yeah. So that's brilliant. Fantastic. Okay. Right. Okay. Nice. And this is the best thing about streaming. You've got to be like productive the whole time. So I'm loving this. I mean, like, I genuinely like. I feel had I not been streaming, this would have taken me a lot longer because, yeah. But I'm really happy with this. I'm properly chuffed. Okay, so what were we going to do next? We need to work out other times in which to save it. So I think it should save the moment you start. Okay, I think I know when we need to save it as well. So I'm looking at the wrong thing. We need to go back into Destiny map. Go in here. That's not what I wanted to do, but never mind. Let's go exit there. Click on that. That's it. Right. Edit script. Oh, you're right. I'm just going to mute. I just need to cough. I do apologise. Right. No one saw that. And we're fine. Actually, the mute button might not even work, so you heard it anyway. Anyway, never mind. Right. So what we really should do is after we've done this bit here, I think we can just go save load script dot instance dot save game. Okay. All right. We've also got to work out the points in which we need to reset the game as well. So I think that's fine. Oh wow! I tell you what, I thought this was going to take me loads of episodes to get a save and load, but we're really making good progress. I'm really happy with this. Okay. So what we also need to do while we're here, I want to go onto victory scene. Let's just check this is the scene that we need it. So this is our victory scene. We've got to work out the moment in which we've changed a certain thing. Victory master. It'll be on here somewhere. Let's go edit this. This is the bit. This is the key bit of information. So if all of that occurs, I think we actually just save it anyway. We just save here. Save load script dot instance dot save game. Because at some point, what I do want to do is, like I've done with like other games, I want to have a some sort of record, like the number of times you've played a card or the number of things. So I do want to keep track of that. And so I think I've got to work out like what's I'm sure there's a bit somewhere where we're resetting our where we're resetting the actual Big Daddy map. I've just got to work out how. Maybe it's not done. Maybe I just didn't bother about it. So in fact, if I just go Control F, and we've got game info script. Oh, game info. Oh, that's how we use it. So in that case, we kind of want to have game info script dot instance dot underscore Big Daddy map class equal to null. So in the ideal world, like, you complete it and then this becomes null and then it saves game. So when you try to play again, it will just go straight to playing instead of giving you the new game resume option because you've already completed it. And we need to pretty much have this sort of code in the game over script as well. So let me copy that. And then we go into, is it game over scene? So, oh yeah, right, these scenes are not used. Let me move that and that in there. And then we go back to the game over scene. Play. Okay. So that's fine. We just need to go edit script here. So start game over, I think. Oh yeah. So what all we need to do is just have that equal to null. So when we get game over, it should yeah, this should be fine. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go back to the title scene. We're going to press play. I want to see if I can. I mean, to be honest, I think we're almost done the big thing that I was looking to do here. So. Oh wow, yes, there's another really important thing that I want to do. I made a new ticket for year 1, so there's no confusing. Like, there's no confusion there. Right, brilliant. Sorry, I thought I'd let you know that's what we're going to do soon. That should not take too long. But now I'm going to press play. I want to go new game. And then we're going to do a... we're going to actually fight to win this battle. And then I'm going to exit the game to see if all the data's saved. So we're looking to just... Yeah, we're looking to just win this fight now. Oh yeah, nice. Very nice. Good stuff. Oh, I've somehow got... Huh. For the life of me, I don't know why that's there. That's interesting. Okay. Let me just have a quick look. I don't know why that is there. Construct types. Huh. Okay. I think I know the problem. I can fix that. I can fix that. So what we actually need to do is, where we've got a game info script, let's go to this definition. Where we have reset everything, we also want to have game info script. Oh, of course, we're in the game info script. We don't need any of this. But I'll just I'll delete all this in a sec. In fact, let's do that now. Okay. We can just go. There we go. But what we also want to have is Let's find out what are all the variables where it comes to constructs. All of these, we just need to have new list. But that's good to know. So let me just go. Control C. Control V. Okay, and we just need to have, I think these are all lists, so equals new list equals new list equals new list. Yeah, so had I not changed that, that would have meant every time you get a construct, oh, Laker Gaming, you're back. Nice, how's it all rocking? Awesome. I'll tell you what, we've actually made some really good progress now. What we're working on now is to check the save and load system to see if it works. So I'm being quite sort of rigid with the testing. So we're in the title screen now. And at the moment there is save data on a different game, but we're looking to go create a new game. Right, and now we need to win, and then hopefully it will save all the data. Oh, nice! Yes! Oh, cool. Yeah, like, don't be intimidated by those scores. Like, they are, like, there is a proper sort of... I mean, at the moment, the game has no sort of upper limit as far as skill goes. It is literally however fast you can drag the shapes over. But yeah, like if you play, I think it's yeah marathon, you might find a little bit like easier because you can play a little bit sort of slower. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. Right. 1, 3. Okay. We're looking to just demolish him as quickly as we can. So he's got 15 attack. 1, 2. Let's get some more rangers. Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, it's just like kind of, but I do, like I say, the thing which I found is it's probably I've probably recommended it to maybe, you know, I think I've had about maybe, not too many downloads, maybe 50 to 100. And I think it's normally about 1 in 8, 1 in 9 people just properly get fixated with the game. And no one else is like, it doesn't really do that much for me. But it's just, that's what I, you know, that's kind of what I'm going for. So it's like kind of if I can obviously market it on a slightly wider level, I think a good sort of like, you know, 1 in 8 people actually genuinely like, oh, okay, this clicks, this is brilliant. Right, okay. I should have probably actually made some more army recruits. Oh yeah. Oh cool. No, I really appreciate that. Full attack. Full attack. Right, we won't be able to kill him this time, I don't think, because he'll get damaged, then he's going to heal. And then we only do 24. But I think these archers will be able to just kill him now. So, end turn. Oh. No. Ah, I'm such an idiot. I thought I had enough to kill him. He was on 7 life and I only had 6 archers. Okay, right. Crowd control. Okay, 1. I mean, damage control. That's fine. Okay, so he's going to damage us. Right, okay, he is healing. Okay, we've got some rangers. 8 should beat that, so I think we're okay. But just in case, let's go do something like that. Okay. Right, okay. We've won. Oh, yes, that's what I want. So, gold gained. Let's go. Choose a card to add to your deck. Let's go a Bombing Nation. That again looks ugly, but I'm just kind of at peace with that now. So, right. So that doesn't quite work because there's one more thing that we need to work out, because what happens when you complete it, it goes to Destiny map screen, but it brings that thing up. So so I don't think it will have acknowledged that we've gained those particular cards. Okay. So as much as it has saved game. So at the moment, it hasn't saved everything, but if I were to, we know that we're here right now, and I go back to title. So we're still partially, we're making partial progress here. But now that we're back to title and I go here and resume, hopefully we'll be on this point. Yes, okay. Ignore the fact that there's the sparkly stuff that was looking weird. Don't worry about that. That's a problem. But we are here. The only problem is our money. Oh, it did add. Oh, it did. Okay. Oh, the reason it has added this, and it's probably added all the other things, is because it's saved game as it's left. Okay, that's good to know. Maybe that's actually all we need. So what I want to do on the safe side as well is it's not using much processing power to save game. So I want to make sure that when you click here and press maybe even the moment that it brings it up. No, you press play and it should save as it's moving over as well. I think that makes sense. Because the slight problem that we've got, and I haven't worked out exactly how to fix it, is once you've done a boss battle, the reward screen comes up, but if you exit at that point when the reward screen is up, and you try to load it, you won't have gotten any of the rewards, and it will just start you straight there. Got to work out a way to fix that. So now, if I press exit game, exit game altogether. I meant to actually just press back to title, but exit game is actually it's good to test that at the same time. We should be on the Destiny map. And we press resume. It should be there. Okay, that's good. Alright, so, and in an ideal world, we'll also have whatever construct it was that we had to fight. And yeah, we do. Okay. Alright. So, so all we need to do is make sure we save the game just a little bit more frequently. So, we need to go back onto the Destiny map and then work out just kind of all the times that we want to save it. Hopefully it will be nice and easy. So if I press resume game, it'll be the point just before we fight. Now, there are ways of exploiting this. I'm fully aware of that. Because at this precise moment, there's not much to stop you having a look at the cards and then being like, oh, that isn't the card that I want. Let's load it. Okay. So, if we just press pause here. Let's have a look at this tile here. Destiny tile. Let's edit this script. So push button down. So I think create dust. I'm trying to work out the exact point that I want to save it, and I think it should be after. Let's have a look. So it's all about this Destiny box. and this. Okay, there's a few things we need to, but I just want to find the exact moment where it makes most sense to actually save the game. So let's go to this definition. Create Destiny box. This creates the thing. Okay. So these are the simple things. Update deck checker, and I kind of do want to save the game here. Save load script dot instance dot save game, and I probably could just simply put this at the bottom there. Does that make sense? I think so. Okay, so I'm going to cheat a little bit just to try and work something out. So I'm going to have it there, and I'm going to press play. So the data will have been loaded here. Now I know for a fact that if I have the oh, maybe I can't do that. Okay, let's just say that works. Let's just say that works for the time being. We'll experiment with that later. We just got to work out all the times that we kind of do want to save it. So upgrading a card. So I think, yeah, the moment that we have upgraded the card or skipped, we want to... Oh, in fact... Oh, hang on a sec. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Relax, relax. Everything's fine. All right, the world can carry on spinning. Right, problem sorted. Here's me trying to work out all the intricate times. Why don't we just have a big old... save load script dot instance dot save game just here. That makes way more sense. Okay, so that will have saved any data. I just got to work out where I put the other one and then take it off. Let's go find all these references. Yeah. I think it's the Destiny Tilemap script. I don't think we need this, because essentially I don't think it actually matters too much. So this is the Destiny Tilemap script. Update. Actually, go to definition. What's happening in here? Let's go find the number of times we're using this. Find all references. So there's different places I can put it. It probably makes even more sense to have it here. Okay. Right, we're getting close. So what we need to do next, because yeah, essentially this bit here, this whole routine is moving the whole map along to the next spot. So maybe even though it doesn't matter too much, I think oh, so that one is false. Yeah, that's fine. So when it's true, so let's go to this function. When all of this happens, if so, add one. Yeah, if add one is, I was about to say, is equal to true, then we want to have save load script dot instance dot save game. I think we have only got one more thing left to deal with, and check for monster reward routine. Go to definition. Yes, okay. So this is the last bit of data that we need to save. Right, this is going to be a bit difficult because I still want to deal with every single outcome. So what we're dealing with now is if you have just won a fight, you're going back on the Destiny map, and like the rewards for killing the monster comes up, and yeah, okay. So we need one more variable to add in our save load, and that is rewards for monster. Yeah. Okay. Right. I think I know where we're going. This shouldn't be too hard. Right. I've just got to work out exactly where to start with all of this. Right. So if add one, do that. Okay. So we want to go here. Go to definition. Let's go. We can get rid of this for the time being. We need to, and I think maybe about here would make the most sense. So we're going to have a public string reward. Let's go find out the exact wording of it. It'll be over here. Reward for monster string. Yeah, this one is going to be a little bit tough to put in. So reward for monster string. Find all references. That's fine. Okay. So yeah, this should be okay. I'm just talking to myself a bit. So this is upon saving the game. We're going to have data dot reward for monster string equals GIS. Oh yeah, no, that. So we've got to do a bit of an. So if GIS dot reward for monster string is equal to is not equal to null, then GIS equals reward for monster so dot dot monster name. Okay. Else data dot reward for monster string equals just empty, nothing. Okay. Right, and I think we might need to do that here as well. Just think we need to put that underneath there. Actually, no, we can just do that. Okay. So what I quite often do when it comes to saving and loading, the reason that I'm referring to this gold coins is because I can just find all the points in which it's used and then use an equivalent. So that's okay. So let's go find all these references again. Over here. So now, if GIS dot reward for monster SO is not equal to null. Oh no, hold on. I'm going the wrong way. So if data dot reward for monsters to string is not equal to, and then that's just going to be that. Then yeah, all of this is to sort of to fix it so that specifically on a very, you know, like that's one thing which is I've learned to get a bit better at, but I'm still not great at it, but I've learned to get better of thinking of all of the possible outcomes that can occur, and this is definitely one of them, where someone exits the game at a very, very specific moment, and I can still deal with it. So if data, so this is when loading is not equal to null, then gis dot reward for monster so equals, and then I've got to work out the exact way to we've got to use that. Control C, Control V, plus data. Right, I think that's right. Else gis dot reward for monster so equals null. Okay. Yeah, this is, yeah, it's a little bit ugly, but here we can now have. Sorry, my voice is seriously going. Right. Okay. So now we can have the rewards that just equal to null. We probably don't need that anymore. Okay. What I kind of want to do is go find all. Yeah, find all these references. There might be quite a few. Don't need that. We're just finding all of these references. Okay, don't need it for everywhere, do we? Probably not any of that. Okay. Yeah, we want it here as well. So gis dot reward for monster so equals null. Control Z. It's annoying that it does that. So that's what we want. Okay. Okay, we don't need it for that. I don't think we need it for that. Okay. Alright, this is going to be a little bit tricky. So we've got a very set thing that we need to do right now. So I'm going to press play game. Right, we're going to play game. I'm going to resume. Alright, now we're going to beat this guy, and then when it gets to the reward screen, I love the confidence that I've got. I just, yeah, I'm definitely going to beat him. It'll be no problem. So I've got a bit of pressure because I really do need to win this fight to get it to work. And I've picked a Bombay Nation, which is not useful at all in this situation. Never mind. 1, 2, and 3, and turn. Okay. 1. Let's go full attack and we'll worry about... Oh, of course, I'm not super incentivized to use armor. Oh, we may as well there. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Because he's someone who actually eats armor and then heals off of it. Okay, so he's actually doing... That's his drone, so that gives him lots of health each turn. So maybe I can. I think I can do this quite safely now. So that's his, yeah. Hopefully we can just kill him before he starts causing... Okay, good. He's destroying the armor first, which is good for us. So we've got 16. We just need enough to... In fact, have we got enough to just kill him? No, probably not quite yet. Because I can a Bombine Nation, which will do 28. Oh, it's exact! It's exact! Let's go out a bit more just to be on the safe side. Oh, no! No, I've just used all my mana. No, I can't a Bombine Nation. No! Okay, ignore everything that I've just said. We're about to do something really cool, and then I couldn't do it. It's... oh yeah, that's a good question. I want to start for it to be on PC, but I genuinely think this would play quite well on like an iPad or a tablet. I don't know. I think it might be a bit small for an iPhone or an Android or something. But I think, yeah, I'm kind of like a little bit. I'm not 100% sure yet. So I think this should be enough to kill him now. Right. But yeah, it's going to start off on PC, and then I'll work out like how reasonable it is to put on iPad and stuff. Right, okay, so we're on this screen here. This is where it's important. So the game has been saved as everything starts up, but let me just double check before I just get rid of everything. Okay, all right. So we're at a funny. What I meant to do was actually put a save here. Okay, so right at the moment this won't work, but what I can do, we're into the game now. I'm gonna press S. Okay, don't worry, ignore those coins. That's from something else. Ignore that. That's fine. Okay, and now I'm going to simply stop the game. Okay. Now if we play. Out of interest, did you go through... Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, like, because I have tried playing Hearthstone on an iPhone, and it's doable, but it's not a pleasant it's not a pleasant experience. Right. So we're hoping that when we press resume, it's going to go straight into the rewards menu. Yes. Oh, thank goodness. Yes, it has. It's worked. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so all we actually need to do, even though it seems incredibly counterintuitive, we want to go Control-C, check for monster rewards, go to definition. If it's not equal to null, we then want to save there. Okay. So now I'm going to try once more. Okay, and this is all different things that I need to sort of experiment with. So we're pressing resume now. Yes, okay, still brought up this menu thing, right? And even though it's going to seem really annoying, I'm going to exit again. Actually, no, we can press play. We can go through this whole thing. So let's go add a card. Quite like strategy totem. And then we'll go back into the game. All right, now, I think I'm still going to just flat exit. Right, so if the game gets Alt F4'd and you forget to actually escape properly, it's still sort of dealt with. So now press play. So it should hopefully just bring us to the Destiny map beyond the reward screen. But let's just confirm that. Yes, okay. All right. So we're actually really getting good now. We're getting there. Okay. Right, I might have to, like, I mean, that's the thing. It's like kind of, we've pretty much nailed this save load thing in one session. This has just been amazing. I'm really happy with this. Like, oh man, I just need to, right, whenever I look at this, I always think, why does this look so rubbish? How can I make it look better? And whenever I come up with any idea, like, my brain I just can't think of a way of doing it. Like, so, like, one thing which I quite like, because part of me wants to have somehow all of this information on one screen, or in an easy, accessible way, like Slay the Spire does. And to be fair, I don't think we need any of this stuff at the top either. I've just got to work out how we can actually just make it look a little bit better. But yeah, that's going to be a problem for another time. Because, yeah, that's one of those things where I just look at it, even though this took me quite a long time to put together, it's just like, it just looks rubbish. It just doesn't look very good. But I'm going to worry about that another time. I mean, potentially, yeah, that's more of a problem for another time. Yeah, I'll leave that. I still wanted to get another thing sorted. Do I have enough energy and constitution to do this? I actually, you know what? I think I've done. It's been like over 3 hours, 3.5 hours stream. Been really solid. I think I probably will call it here. Yeah, we're really at the proper finishing line as far as getting this game ready. What I will have to do at the moment, at the moment I'm just lacking ideas of how to make this look better. That's what I'm going to kind of work on soon. So there's a few actual little things. I wonder if I've got enough time to do anything little. So I've got, let me bring this up. This is a little problem. Oh yeah, this is easy. This is so easy. This will take me I reckon I can get this done in 10 minutes. So I want to sort this one out and then I'll probably call it there. So having the year 1 ticket, in fact, it's going to be really easy. Right, let's see if I can do it in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, okay, timer's on. So, what we need to do is go scripts, right, okay. Oh no, I'm losing time already. Go. Right, it's title, it's not that. It's not scripts at all, that's why I'm struggling. Right, resources, sprites, tickets. So these are the tickets that we need, and basically I just need to get rid of all this and then put in new tickets, and then we're fine. Okay, let me just find the place, and it'll be over here. Right, let me bring this over like this. Tickets, that's not right. Number BG. Let me have a little look. Yeah, so I've made. So I've got a year 1 now. When I was making it before, it wasn't actually necessary. The reason I've done this whole ticket thing is I do want to have that excitement of that sort of slight thrill, that gamble of when the game is actually properly in its finalized state. You're going to have a limit to the number of tickets, apart from you're going to have infinite year 1 tickets. So anyway, Control Shift S. Let's go new one here. Latest tickets, and we'll have tickets use, and we'll just save this as PNG. Agree. Now we've got latest tickets there. We just need to essentially delete all of these ones. 256, that's the key important part there. So delete that, that's fine. And that's fine. Okay, so the straight tickets, I'm just sort of selecting it off stream. It's over there. And technically I didn't need to delete it, but it's just, it makes life a lot easier numbers wise. That's actually one thing which I very heavily recommend. Whenever you're saving, you've got a bunch of sprites. If you put a bunch of zeros on, that way it's always going to come out in numerical order. Whereas if you just didn't, then it will lead to all sorts of problems. 256, point filter and none, and apply. Now we just need to, this will just take a minute to sort out. So at the moment I have actually got like saving still as S. So yeah, that's the year 1, that's what we're after. We pause. I want to go into this bad boy, turn chaos level max up to 4, and then press save. Okay, yeah. Kind of, yeah, that's fine. And then we can now go back in, and then we can see all the years. Right, so now we could go 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that still looks a bit rubbish, doesn't it? I don't know. What can I do to make that look slightly better? I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure we now have a year 1, so it makes cognitive sense. So I think, yeah, that is literally... There you go. Took 4 minutes. Even less effort. And the very last thing I want to intentionally die on the next enemy to check that it resets. Choose a card to upgrade. Let's go a Bombing Nation. So a Bombing Nation is really good for finishing off the enemy. I want to see if I can do that. Right. So strategy totem 1, 2. One and 2 and 3. Can't remember his attacks. I think he just has a really high attack. I think that's his main thing. Oh, of course he enrages, so he... 1, 2, and 3. Hopefully we can just punish him before he actually gets to do his attack. So that's his enrage. Now he's doing a big old attack. So guess we do one of those and get some more attack down. Ah, he's actually going to penetrate through my attack. Okay, I didn't think that through. Okay, never mind. Oh, but we had this, which saved a bunch. That's good. Okay. 2. Okay, that's 26. Oh, yes, we got enough. Okay, but I've used all my mana. Ah, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Okay, let's just do that. Okay. Alright, so we're going to take a bit of punishment here. I do really still want to finish off with a Bombing Nation. Yes, okay. So 1, 2, and then 3. Yeah, okay. Right. What was I testing? I was testing one more thing and I can't remember what it was. I'm sure there was a good reason as to why I was doing this. No, never mind. Okay, right. Oh, I was meant to die. I was meant to die on the enemy. Okay, and I completely forgot. Okay, all right. That was what I was trying to do. Okay, and I forgot. All right, sorry. I apologise. Okay. Right. Okay, we're just going to intentionally die now, so as to see the game over to check it works. Okay. Oh, I'm so embarrassed at myself there. Okay. Right. End turn. Right, let's get this a Bombing Nation so we're not having to waste time. Let's get this out of the way. End turn. Right. Okay. Right, he's going to succeed in putting some rubbish in our deck. Okay, now he's going to do some damage. Do another 20. Right. Okay, we're almost... Yeah, I want to just check the when we get to game over, the information resets. So this is our game over screen, hopefully. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. That was lucky. Okay. Oh, is that the only thing? Ah, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. And of course, oh, that's a really annoying problem. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. That was on me. That was something needed for earlier, but hopefully. Okay. I think I see the problem. Yeah. So that did cause us a bit of dropping everything. That did cause us a bit of a problem. So it was trying to change something midstream, then we got an error message. So what we actually need to do, I think, to clear that is have on our save load screen. Don't worry, it's not as bad as it looks. If we go to, not actually there, master script, our main master script, edit script. I'm sure there's an easier way of doing this, but right at the top here, where we're loading game, we just want to go reset game. So yeah, it's quite a scary error message because this would essentially, what we've done is accidentally corrupt the save file, making it unusable and soft locking the game. So now that we're just going to go straight to reset game. This is why we haven't reset game, by the way, for this exact situation. We press play, reset game. So everything's reset. So now, just to clarify as well, this will go straight into the game, which is fine. Okay. So now I can turn this back to load game. Okay. Yeah, so a big, never check the length of an array if it could be null, or otherwise it will give you this big hefty error message. So now we're just going to die to the first monster and see if everything works out. Right. So, yeah, may as well resume. Because it saved the data as soon as we started. Okay, right. Okay, right. Oh. Okay. I have no idea what just happened there. Okay, right. Well, that'll be a problem for another day. Right, let's hope he doesn't just continue to heal. Right, yeah. That's right. Yeah, I wanted to try and work out a way around that, because somehow it kind of ended the turn twice and he just skipped way forward. But that's okay. That's a problem for another time. Right, that's good. Okay, so hopefully he just finishes off now. Let's see how this whole system works. Right, so game over. There's the game over screen. Back to title. And now if I press this play button when it arrives, yeah, it goes straight into the game. Okay, right. Yeah, it took a bit longer than I thought, but that's okay. Right, thank you very much for sticking around. I'll see if I can find someone to raid. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for sticking around, though. It's been a really nice stream, really productive. Right, anyway, right, I'll see you guys later as I sort of scrabble to try and work out how to raid. Oh yeah, now this guy, it's saying intended for mature. I think he seems alright though.
Thank you for the raid, Zaki Fier. I think that's how you say it. Thank you for the shout out, Fredericks. Ooh, software and game development. What game are you making? Okay, I have to let my cat out of the room. Yeah, my friends wanted to see me show my cards. See if they're back. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but I go with like a different username or channel. I use this channel to stream, while I use a different channel. Daniel plays, no, Danielus 200926 to watch people. Activate discard by targeting one monster upon control. It cannot attack or change its out position. When it leaves the field, destroy this card. Once per turn, during your standby phase, inflict 500 damage to your